The next time you go to a carnival, think twice. I'd just finished school and was on my way home when out of the corner of my eye, I noticed a tiny red slip of paper on the ground. I leant down to pick it up, and to my surprise, it was a ticket to a local carnival. What are the chances? I was ecstatic as all my friends were also going to this carnival. And so, the next evening, I approached the carnival entrance. It was packed with people of every description, enjoying themselves. I walked up to the ticket booth and gave my ticket to the person working there. I remember the sinister smile he gave me as he punched my ticket and handed it back to me. I felt uncomfortable, and a shiver went down my back as he said to me, "Enjoy the rides." Creeped out, I quickly shrugged it off and walked into the carnival, ready to enjoy the thrill of the rides. I could see all my friends having a blast, but something felt off. With each hour that passed, it seemed as though the number of people at the carnival gradually reduced. I got on the Ferris wheel and looked around to see where my friends were, but they were nowhere to be seen. I couldn't put my finger on it, but couldn't help but feel something was wrong. I felt like I was being watched. Maybe it was just anxiety. Maybe it was something I'd eaten. I tried to ignore it at first, but all I could think about was the man in the ticket booth smiling at me as if he knew something I didn't. I saw one of my friends, and so I quickly jumped off the ride and asked him, "Where did everybody go?" I could see the built-up tension and fear in his eyes. Sweat dripped down his face. "They've just vanished," he said. "I've been looking everywhere for them for the last half an hour." Now my gut feeling was confirmed. Hairs stood up on the back of my arms. I knew something was wrong about this place. I scanned the scene, looking right and left for my friends. I tried staying calm as I pulled out my ticket and asked my friend, "Where did you get your ticket?" He paused, then looked at me and said, "I found it on my way home from school." My eyes widened in horror as the worst possibilities began to close in on me. The atmosphere around us suddenly dropped a few degrees, with the fog fully engulfing us. The crowd got quieter and quieter. I turned to look at my friend through the mist, but he was gone. He'd just disappeared. My heart pounding, I quickly took cover in one of the nearby fun houses, my mind racing. Why did I come here? Why did I allow myself to be sucked in? Slowly, I peeped over the stand looking for an escape route when I saw two pairs of red eyes piercing the mist, gleaming right at me. A cold feeling of fear grew in my gut. I darted away into one of the amusement areas. My breathing became erratic as I kept checking over my shoulder to make sure I wasn't being followed, but then I heard a loud, creepy laugh coming from behind me. I didn't even hesitate and ran into the mirror labyrinth. I kept walking, going a little quicker now, making my way through the distorted mirrors. I got about halfway when I noticed something strange in the reflection of a mirror to my right. It was the same two crimson eyes that glowed with an unsettling intensity. I only saw them for a split second, but it was enough to make me feel on edge. A cold sweat broke out with my hands trembling uncontrollably. Desperate to find the exit, I scurried around through the maze. I was trapped. And then I saw those evil eyes again, but this time they were accompanied by a cold, sinister smile, its malevolent curve barely perceptible in the dim light. I tried to figure out where it was coming from, but the reflections from the mirrors were too confusing. I bellowed, "Who are you?" But all I heard in reply was a cold, creepy laugh, which seemed to reverberate all around me. I picked up my pace, desperate for a way out, but again I kept hitting dead ends as I tried to navigate through the maze. But then, with all hope gone and adrenaline coursing through my veins, I managed to find the exit to the Hall of Mirrors. I sprinted out and ran over to one of the staff, desperate for help. They could see the truth of what happened in my eyes and quickly called the police, who searched the area. But here's the thing, they found nothing. No evidence, no footage on CCTV, just me running through the carnival in fear. Now I saw their disbelief. Just another kid looking for attention. Just another time waster. "Go home," they told me, "and stop wasting our time." But I'll never forget what I saw that night. I know those eyes were real. They nearly had me. I still have so many questions. What was following me? What would have happened if they'd caught me? I do know one thing though. If you see a red ticket on the ground, think twice before picking it up.